Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Venus and Adonis, which is a very long poem about a goddess seducing a mortal man, and she has succeeded in seducing him, and now he wants to get up and go away, and she's like, but are we going to hang out tomorrow? And he's like, no, I'm going boar hunting, and she freaked out at the thought that he was going to go boar hunting, and she has predicted that he will die if he goes boar hunting because boars are very dangerous animals, which is true. And in yesterday's stanzas, she got to talking about how he should pay attention to the hare, pay attention to the rabbit, and how it avoids being caught. You know, it'll disguise itself, disguise its scent by hanging out with other animals, or it'll dive underground for a little while and stuff like that, and then it comes up to hear what's going on, see if it can hear the barking of the dogs as they get confused looking for the hare in with a bunch of sheep or things like that. In today's stanzas, which are stanzas 117 to 120, she's going to continue on with that sort of thing, talking about this rabbit that has been dodging capture by saying, by this, poor Wat, far off upon a hill, stands on his hinder legs with listening ear, to hearken if his foes pursue him still. Anon their loud alarums he doth hear, and now his grief may be compared well to one sore sick that hears the passing bell. Then shalt thou see the dew-bedabbled wretch turn and return, indenting with the way. Each envious briar his weary legs doth scratch. Each shadow makes him stop, each murmur stay. For misery is trodden on by many, and being low, never relieved by any. Lie quietly, and hear a little more. Nay, do not struggle, for thou shalt not rise. To make thee hate the hunting of the boar, unlike myself, thou hear'st me moralize, applying this to that, and so to so, for love can comment upon every woe. Where did I leave? No matter where, quoth he, leave me, and then the story aptly ends, the night is spent. Why, what of that? Quoth she. I am, quoth he, expected of my friends, and now 'tis dark, and going I shall fall. In night, quoth she, desire sees best of all. So the last couple stanzas there are a little bit weird, but in the first two, she's continuing to talk about the rabbit and saying that the rabbit will poise itself to hear if the dogs are still chasing it or not, and when it does hear that the dogs are still chasing it, it runs away because it knows that, you know, it's in for it, it's done for, you know, it's going to be caught. So it runs, and it runs sort of scrambling and darting this way and that way and getting all scratched up and all that sort of thing. And then by stanza 3, Adonis is getting sick of this, so he's trying to get away from her. Remember, she had thrown her arms around his neck and they both fell to the ground, but he's now like struggling and trying to get away. And in the third of these stanzas, she's like, hang on, just calm down and hang out for another minute. Like, you need to hear this. I'm gonna scare the thought of hunting boar right out of you. Like, you need to stay here for the sake of your life, essentially. And the last stanza, the two of them are talking to each other, and if you were to stage this or do a dramatization of this, I feel like this conversation between them needs to happen like really fast. And she's like, you know, where did I leave off in my story? And he's like, it doesn't matter. I'm leaving now. The night is over. And she's like, you know, so what? So what if the night is over? And he's like, my friends are expecting me. I have to get out of here. It's dark. I'm not going to be able to see where I'm going. I'm going to get hurt. And she's like, darkness is the best place for desire. And she's going to continue on with that, and also still trying to talk him out of hunting boars. So we'll get to hear more on that tomorrow. I will see you then. Mwah.